play Beauty and the Beast. We're so glad you could come. I'm going to tell you some of the characters. Beauty is Chelsea Benedict. Beast is Alec Prochowski. Father is Justin Mihalo. Lenore is Beth George. Amanda is Trisha Slevin. Glencora is Carrie Johnson. Gerald is Andrew Aaron. Richard was supposed to be Richard Campbell, but he's gone, and he has the chicken pox, so Joey Goff is taking his place right now. Edward is Neil Finn. The ship captain is Shane Cutlip. And the Mr. and Ms. Pretends, Act 1 is Emily Bradford. Act 2 is Amanda Karen. Act 3 is Jeff Robb. Act 4 is Lana Heath. Act 5 is Jessica Knopf. Act 6 is Stephanie Audie. Act 7 is Adrian Duncan. And these are the sailors. Kevin Ross has the chicken pox right now. Joey Goff is a sailor, and Justin Brewster. Act 1, at the father's house. The Wits Merchant had news that his ship has arrived at the docks. His family is helping him get set for his trip to his ship. Your horse is waiting, sir. Thank you, Edward. When will you return, Father? I will arrive at the docks in 6 days. After I pick up the riches my sailors have found, I will be back. With presents for us? Anything for my darling daughters. A just wrapped set for me to wear, Father. A string of my pearls for me, and silk ribbons for my hair. And you, Beauty, what would you like? I want only one thing, to come home safely. Oh, Beauty, there must be something you would like. Father, I would like one perfect white rose. Very well then, one perfect white rose for my dearest Beauty. So, you really must leave now. Goodbye, Father. Goodbye, dearest Father. Act 2, at the docks. When the merchant arrived, the docks were bustling with big, tall ships. These ships had traveled around the world to find rare jewels and gold. But one ship had been wrecked, its sails were torn, and its deck was damaged by many storms. What has happened to our ship? There is a terrible storm, sir. We are lucky to be alive. But what about the riches you have found? The riches are lost too, sir. There is nothing left. But what shall I tell my children? I have no dress of red sand for Glencora, no string of white pearls for Lenore, and no silk ribbons for Amanda. All I have are my worries and my sadness. I must begin my long journey home. The merchant remembered that his daughter Beauty had asked for a white rose, so he picked one for her. Then suddenly, without any warning, thunder crashed. And the sky grew dark. There was a shout. Stop! Do not go any further! What is this? Who gave you permission to pick my roses? You should be punished for stealing! Please, I didn't mean to harm anything. But you stole a rose! Please don't hurt me, Beast. I picked it for my darling daughter, Beauty. Here, take back your rose. It is too late now. You have taken something at dinner function, and I want something in return. I'll give anything, but I have nothing. You have your daughters. I'll forgive you if you send one of your daughters to me. If not, return yourself and you shall die. Beast, I will return myself, but please, first let me say goodbye to my children. Very well, but return yourself in 7 days. The unhappy man returns home. And told his family all that had happened. He told them how the ships had been destroyed and about picking the white rose from the beast's garden. He told them that he would have to give up one daughter to the beast or return himself and he would die. Finally, he said that he had promised to return to the beast's castle in 7 days. It is my fault, Father. I'm the one that asked you for the white rose, so I'm the one that should be punished. Not you. I should go to the beast's castle. No, dearest Beauty, you must not go. But Beauty insisted that she go to the beast's castle so that her father would not be killed. There evening, Beauty and the Beast talked, and because Beauty cared for the Beast a little more each day, it seemed to her that he was not so ugly anymore. Good evening, Beauty. Good evening, Beast. Is something disturbing you, Beauty? I am content here, dear Beast, but I would like to see my family one more time. May I visit them? It saddens me to think of being here without you. But if you must go, here, take this magic ring. When you want to see your family, make a wish on the ring and you will be there. When you want to return, make another wish on the ring and you will be here. But please, Beauty, do not stay away too long. Without, I could not bear it. Without you, I shall die. Act 6, back at the father's house. Beauty made a wish on the ring. Suddenly she was back at her father's house with wonderful presents for everyone. Beauty, Beauty, you're home. We thought we'd never see you again. I'm very well and happy. Oh, and rich too. I see you have lots of presents for us. Take whatever you like. There are pearls for you, Lenore. Thank you. Silk ribbons for your hair, Amanda. Thank you. And a dress of red satin for you to wear, Glenn. Oh, thank you. Time passed quickly as Beauty visited her family. One evening, Beauty had a terrible dream. Father, I must leave you. What is the matter, Beauty? I had a terrible dream that the Beast is dying. Oh, Beauty, it's just a dream. No, I must go. Act 7, in the Beast's garden. With one wish on her magic ring, Beauty was back at the Beast's castle. But the Beast is not there. Beast, Beast, where are you? She cried, but there was no reply. She ran from the castle to the garden where the roses grew. There was the Beast with a white rose on his chest. He was dying. Beast, dear Beast, what have I done to you? You have gave me kindness, but I only gave you sadness. Don't die, please don't die. I love you. I want to marry you. Beauty began to cry, but since she said she wanted to marry him, the Beast turned into a noble prince. Oh, Beauty, thank you for loving me. Many years ago, a wicked witch cast a terrible spell on me, and I was turned into a beast. Only love could break the spell. Oh, I do love you. And from that moment on, Beauty and the prince lived happily ever after. The first one was supposed to be Cat Kisses by Stephanie Ani, but she has the chickenpox right now. So the first one will be Lollipops by Amanda Karen. There was a great commotion on the counter in the shop. The lollipops got angry and they all began to pop. They popped upon the counter, they popped upon the floor, they popped right out the window, and they popped right out the door. And everybody ran away as fast as they could go, for who would want a lollipop to chase with, don't you know? The Little Turtle by Justin Brewster. There was a little turtle who lived in a box. He swam in a puddle and climbed on the rock. He snapped at a mosquito, he snapped at a flea, he snapped at a minnow, he snapped at me. He caught the mosquito, he caught the flea, he caught the minnow, but he didn't catch me. The Secret by Joey Goff. I know there's a treasure down behind the shed. I think about it often after I go to bed. 3 steps north on a corn crib, down the roots of a tree. That's where the pirates hid. I'm gonna slip with it. Tomorrow I'll get a shovel and go and dig it up. Then I'll keep it always safe in the kitchen cup. Extremes by Adrian Dumpy. A little boy once played so loud that thunder up in a thundercloud said, since I can't be heard by then, I'll never, never thunder again. A little girl once kept so still she heard a fly on the windowsill, whisper and say to a ladybird, she's the stillest tart I've ever heard. My Shadow by Stephanie Raybuck. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me, and what can be the use of him is more than I can see. He is very, very like me from my heels up to my head, and I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. The funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow, not like proper children, which is always very slow. For sometimes he's up taller like an Indian rubber ball, and sometimes he just gets so small that there's none of him at all. He hasn't got a notion of how children are to play and can only make a fool of me in every sort of way. He stays so close beside me, he's a coward you can see. I think shame ought to stick to mercy as that shadow sticks to me. One morning very early, before the sun was up, I rose and found a shiny dew on every buttercup. With my lazy little shadow like an iron sleepy head, I stayed home behind me and was fast asleep in bed. Pussy Willow by Emily Prendergast. Pussy Willow wakened from her winter nap, for the frolic spring wreath on her door would tap. This is Pussy Willow, open wide her door. Never had the sunshine seemed so bright before. Never had the brooklet seemed so full of cheer. Good morning, Pussy Willow. Welcome to you, dear. The next one was supposed to be Mice by Kevin Ross, but he has the chicken pox right now. So the next one will be Rainy Day Song by Chris Miller. Sometimes people say it's raining hard, and sometimes it's raining hard, and people say it's raining cats and dogs say it's raining cats meow meow, it's raining puppy dogs bow wow. Ella Telephony by Lana Heath. Once there was an elephant who tried to use the telephone. No, I mean an elephant who tried to use the telephone. To me, I am not certain quite that even now I've got it right. However it was, he got his trunk entangled in the telephone. The more he tried to get it free, the louder buzzed the telephone. I fear I'd better drop the song of Elephant and Telephone. It's Spring by Tiffany Balderston. listen everything. Winter's gone, it's spring. Time to grow and sing. Is the message clear? Hurry, flowers appear. I'm Glad I'm Me by Neil Fitt. No one looks the way I do. I have noticed that is true. No one walks the way I walk. No one talks the way I talk. No one plays the way I play. No one says the things I say. I am special. I am me. There's no one I'd rather be than me. The Walking Umbrella by Tricia Slevin. I have an umbrella that opens so high. I think my umbrella is bigger than I. Whenever it's raining, I walk down the street, and all people see are my two limits. I have to peek over around to the brim to see where I'm going or where I open. So if you're out in the rain, you'll see a walking umbrella under it. The Duck by Carrie Johnson. Behold the duck, it does not cluck, a cluck it lacks, it quacks. It is especially fond of a puddle or a pond. Whenever it dines or sups, it bottoms ups. The Cookie Jar by Emily Bradford. I also have a cooking jar. When it's 3:30, the tin and holy hill comes going hungry as can be. It's nothing quite as splendid as filling turn up, as fuzzy fluffy ginger cakes and cheap milk in a cup. Now we would like to do some songs for you. The first one is Spring. The next one is B.A. Bay. And the last one is Skinamarink.